Okay, so first we're going to talk about how to properly turn your horse, because I think that this is a thing that a lot of people struggle with. Like, they'll be able to turn their horse in one direction, and in the other direction their horse will kind of just drift out. Most horses drift to the right, so I think that people have an easier time turning to the right than to the left. So to start off with, the correct aids for turning your horse are your inside leg and your outside rein. So if I'm making like a circle here in the walk, I should be using my outside rein to kind of guide the shoulder on the line that I want to go on. And my inside leg is at, like I just gave him a little bump with my inside leg there, my inside leg is at the girth. So the proper turning aids are inside leg and outside rein, and that should be enough to get your horse to turn. If I want to turn sharper, I'm going to increase a little bit with my outside rein, and sometimes you do use outside leg also. So like there where I wanted to turn sharper, I kind of closed my outside rein and my outside leg, and you see how then he turned sharper. So then same thing if I want to go the other way. Now my proper turning aids are my inside leg and my outside rein to keep him guiding on a nice circle to the right. And if I want to turn a little sharper, I'll increase a little bit with my outside rein, and then I can at that moment add a little outside leg, and then if he falls too much in, then I'll push him a little bit back out from my inside leg. So here's like one of the most common mistakes that I see when people want to turn is, so like say I want to turn, a lot of people will just do this where they'll start just pulling on that inside rein, and then they don't understand why their horse isn't turning in the direction. So let me demonstrate that again. So the incorrect way of turning is to just pull on the inside rein, which is what most people do. So say I want to turn right, most people just do this. And then he's kind of turning right, but you see, the more I pull him to the right, the more he's just drifting to the left. So that's not a correct way to turn. I'll show you again. The incorrect way to turn to the left would be to just pull the head to the left, and then lots of times people ask, well, why isn't my horse turning left? They just keep pulling harder, and the more you pull on the inside rein, the more the horse just drifts to the outside. So let's say I want to turn left and I'm pulling too much on the left rein. To counteract this and get my horse to turn, see what happens. So if I come with my outside rein and leg, see how then my horse is turning to the left now. The second that I took my outside rein and leg, then he starts turning more to the left. So again, this isn't going to help me turn, not my inside rein, but I need my outside rein and leg. So then you should get to the point where you can prove to yourself that you don't need your inside rein to turn. So I'm going to show you here. I'm going to turn with just my outside rein and leg, no inside rein. And again, I'm going to show turning with just outside rein and leg and not my inside rein. And then the other way, I can turn to the right with just my outside rein and leg and no inside rein. Oh boy. So of course, the faster you go, the harder it is to turn your horse, because you have more and more momentum. So if you can't turn your horse at the walk, you're probably not going to turn your horse at the trot or at the canter. So always, practicing those aids first at the walk is the best plan. Now here, if I want to start a circle, outside rein, my inside leg at the girth and my outside leg behind the girth are the aids for the circle line. And the inside rein indicates the flexion, but once my horse is on the circle line, I should be able to give the inside rein, and my horse should stay turning on the circle. If I want to turn a little smaller circle, I'm going to close my outside aids a little more, my outside rein, my outside leg back, and my inside rein indicates a little, but then giving. And then same thing the other way. I should be able to turn from my outside rein and leg and giving on this inside rein. And I personally have a bad habit of pulling all the time on my left hand. So I have to really focus when I turn to the left that it's my outside rein and my outside leg and not just hanging on my left.